Hi Grace, this is Marishi on my channel to look. Let's see what is your situation as of now and what you need to hear from me. Aquarius out there, Sun, Moon or Rising Venus. What is it that you need to hear from me? Just one more time. Actually, one more time. Alright. Aquarians out there. Sun, Moon or Rising Venus. What is it that you need to hear from me? Your first card is the Ten of Swords. Ooh. So something has come to a complete dead end. Something has ended. Alright? Some of you might have got betrayed. This is not going to work out. But you need to move on from there. The wheel has to turn. It will not be stuck at one point. It's like the clock ticking. Yeah, it's unless and until you remove the battery, it is never going to stop. So it's not going to be stuck. Your life is not going to be stuck at this position. Life keeps moving. Okay, so the wheel has to turn. Some of you might be dealing with a Gemini. It's almost like I feel you want to take things back. Okay, while I was shuffling, right after I spoke about it, it's like you want to take things back to where it was once upon a time. It's like, you know, not going forward, going back in time. Before things came to an end. It's going rewind. Your next card is this one. So much anxiousness. You're tired, you're exhausted with what has happened. You're like, what next? You just can't, you know? You just don't know what's going to come through. This has to do with something about the past, definitely, with our Ten of Swords. People whom you have dealt with in the past. People whom you were familiar with. Okay, you might have a family. You might have been married with them. You might be in a long relationship with them. Whatever it is. You were close to them. You had memories. You had made memories with them. And you are looking, in this card, you are looking back, now over your shoulder. So constantly, instead of looking forward, you're still looking back at what has happened. You're still looking at the dead situation. You are not over the situation. Alright, some of you might be dealing with a Sagittarius or an Aquarius. Even if the other person might have walked off, you're still not giving up. When I spoke about rewinding your life, because a wheel is not like you are stuck and you, I was speaking about, you know, the wheel keeps turning. But in your case, you want the wheel to turn backwards. The wheel can turn either ways. Everybody wants to move forward in life. But in your case, you want to go back in life, which is not a good thing. You want to have a second chance where you want to revive the situation. It's like 10 swords on your back. It's not all that easy. But then from the 10 to the 5, it's rewinding. Okay? It starts from the 0, it ends at 10. But in your case, you're taking 5 steps back to the 5 swords. You still want to have a chance with them. You want to revive the situation. But the only sad part is, the other person is not even interested. They walked away. Okay, if you look at this card, this person, the others have walked away. You're still standing there with the swords in your hand. So you want to make it work. You are not giving up. It's like you are not accepting the situation. You haven't moved on. All right, Aquarians. What else? Aquarians out there, what else? This is not your next card, but you're very emotionally invested into this. Queen of Cups is somebody who's very compassionate, very caring, has a lot to give, all that. So you are very much still attached to the situation, which has already died out. But you're still clinging on. Okay? Your next card is this one. Very stressed out. See the darkness in your cards. Ten of Swords, pitch black. Nine of Swords, pitch black. Some of you might be losing your sleep just thinking about this. I just sighed. So it's like you're exhausted. Even in this Nine of Wands, I can feel the exhaustion. You're tired. You're just standing, trying to hold on. Look at this person. This person has 8 wands behind him, but he's trying to lean on one wand. So it's like, he's gone through so much. He's not willing to give up. He's just standing there leaning. He needs the support to even stand. That tired, that exhausted. Very stressed out. You can't stop thinking about this. How much ever you think, you're like, good Lord, it's over. That clarity comes through. Oh my, it is over. It's never going to work out. And you're just sighing. Oh my God. All right. Yes. With the King of Swords. Yes. It's like, this is a person who's very intellectual, who's very wise. So the moment you start thinking about it, you're like, oh my God, this is never going to work. What am I doing? But then you can't just let go, because the Queen of Cups is like still emotionally invested. But if you think of it practically, sensibly, you know the answer. You know it is over. You know there is not much hope in there. So it stresses you out again when you think there is no hope. It's useless to even bother. It just kills you. Okay? So you're not stupid. Okay? You're not blind. You know the answer to your question. When you ask the question, you have the answer. But yet it's just difficult to let go. Alright, moving on. Aquarians. A very unfortunate reading. Some of you, this is an Aquarius energy. Some of you might be dealing with a Capricorn or a Gemini. Aquarians out there. What is your next card, please? Page of Wands. Only thing is, you feel like there is a potential. With this Page of Wands, there is still hope out there to make it work. Because this card speaks about optimism, being optimistic. If you look at this person, okay, standing out here, and he has loads of choices, loads of cups in the clouds. So it's like optimistic, but your head is up in the clouds. You're confused. You feel like it is in your reach, but it is not actually in your reach. So that kind of confusion is, haunting you. With this Nine of Swords and the Page of Wands, you're like, maybe I still have a choice. maybe there is still a hope there to make things right, to make the wheel go back to how it was once upon a time. Because earlier the Six of Cups did come through. So you did have happy times with this person once upon a time. That is where you want to take things before things came to an end. Huh? All right. Some of you might be dealing with a Scorpio. Moving on, Aquarians, what is your last card? What is your last card, please? Okay, lots of last cards. Your last card is this one, Page of Cups. There is this naive innocence about you. You're very naive right now. You're very vulnerable right now. Right now, okay? Yes, but the thing is like, it's just weighing you down. It's a burden which you are not willing to let go. It's been challenging, but even after it is over, you're still carrying it on your back, in the hopes that one day things will be alright. I know it's a very negative reading, but I cannot help it. Somebody needs to hear it. And that person would know it is for them the moment they listen to it. So others, please excuse. Okay, very, very unfortunate reading, very sad reading, but somebody really needs to give up. Okay, because they're being a little childish right now, hoping that one day, because Page of Wands and the Page of Cups, they are hanging on to this childish hopes, this childish optimism with regards to something which is completely, in the past, completely dead. It's time to let go. It's really time to let go and move on with your life. Yeah, because Queen of Cups and the Ten of Wands, very emotionally into this. You will be heartbroken if you keep, hanging on to this past. You will be never able to heal yourself. Your heart is already hurting, but don't stick with this any longer. Don't hold on to this any longer. It's not even worth it. For your own sake, you need to start thinking like the King of Swords. And like I said, you are not blinded by the fact that it is over. You know very well it is over, but somehow I just don't know why you're being a little too childish. Maybe it is comfortable to hang in there. Being hopeful is, is kind of a relief. Having that tiny hope that this person might come back and everything will be alright, it is like, it feels good. Carrying this burden of, having that hope is like, it's soothing you down. But in reality, it is just toxic. Okay, it's about time for you to have that breakthrough, that it is time to let go. Okay, I will stop here. This is Marishi, your channel to look at. Until next time, bye bye.